Arcie, and today we're gonna be doing a podcast on, or a debate podcasting, whatever you want to call it, on games that ruin franchises. And Monkey, you can go ahead and start the list with the first one.
Yes, Arcie. Uh, Starting off, we have SimCity. How did SimCity ruin this whole SimCity thing?
SimCity.
5. SimCity 5 is what ruined it. So, would you like to elaborate on that, or?
You can go ahead. You know more about SimCity than I do.
Okay. Yes. I have bought SimCity. I want to say last year, and I quite enjoyed it, but that's coming from a point of view of that's the first SimCity I've played. I haven't played the other ones, and I've watched a lot of reviews about that, and they say that they made the cities a lot smaller, and that is not very good. So bad. No big cities.
Question.
Anyways.
In SimCity
So
5, did it hold up?
yeah.
In SimCity 5, did they have destruction? Like, can you just like destroy your world with like meteorites and stuff like that?
They have natural disasters.
Yeah, because that's one of my favorite parts in any SimCity game. Like the first SimCity I played, I forgot the name of it, but I think it was just SimCity, the first one. It was really fun because I love like to build a whole city and just like destroy it completely and restart and do the exact same thing again. It was just fun to me. I don't know why. It just was. Seeing people
Yeah.
die in SimCity's fun.
So
Start SimCity 5?
pretty much the main problems was just small cities, and they had some pretty bad problems on launch with servers. Another thing a lot of people liked, it wasn't really a problem, but it was a problem for some people. If you didn't have good internet, you have to have a persistent internet connection for it to stay up, because the actual game isn't saved on your computer. Just some of the basic files are on your computer. Most of it is on their servers and stuff. So, so like your actual save game is nowhere's on your computer. It's on their servers. So, if you lose internet, then your game doesn't save, and it doesn't want your game not to be saved. So you have to always have an internet connection. Which my internet very rarely to ever goes out, but some people they have problems with bad internet. So bad. Next.
Next game. Fable. Now, I played Fable 2, 3, and Heroes. 2, best Fable game ever. I never played 1, but judging by 2, I'm guessing it's pretty good. 2, loved Fable 2. Now, I'm sorry for Fable Heroes. I never played it myself, but I saw it, gameplay of it, and it's pretty much a cartoony, chibi style Fable. And it just looks horrible. Now, I say that it ruins Fable franchise. It doesn't ruin Fable franchise, but because it's not really in the Fable franchise, but it comes pretty close to like destroying it. Another game.
If y'all can hear me typing in the background, just kind of ignore it. I have a loud keyboard.
Another game. Fable Connect Adventures, I think it's called. Horrible game. I just remembered about that game, and dude, I was all happy for a Connect game, thinking it would be cool for Fable. It was horrible. You pretty much move your arms in random places, trying to swing your sword, cast some spells, trying to take down bosses. You don't get to move. It's the first person. It was just horrible. It completely, not completely, but it destroyed the franchise.
Yeah, I've never actually played that game, but it sounds like
it's horrible. And Fable 3 destroyed it. Some people may like it. I liked it at first. The beginning of it was good, but it had too many plot twists. First, you're trying to become king. Then you're trying to stop darkness. Then you're trying to find all this. And then you're trying to do that. It was too random at times. And gameplay itself was really good. They did really good with the
yeah, my parents just got home, so they might have noise for a while, but they'll settle down soon.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah, it really gameplay, combat stuff. It was just the storyline didn't really do it for me, like Fable 2 did. So Fable 3, not the best Fable game ever. Fable Heroes, not the best Fable game ever.
Okay.
And on the list would be Zelda.
Okay, what was wrong with Zelda?
Zelda's adventure. I've never played the game. I just like read some stuff about it,
Yeah.
and what I saw pictures and stuff, it wasn't good because the graphics looked really bad. They tried too hard with it. And
Yeah, I saw a review about that, and they said that the uh the controls were really bad, that it didn't live up to previous expectations,
now
and that the graphics were really bad.
yeah, I really never heard of this Zelda game until recently, and like it pretty much followed the main storyline of Zelda trying to rescue the princess and stuff like that, like all Zelda games, or most of them, and just didn't do it for me. Bad Zelda game. Hate to say that it's a bad Zelda game because I really like Zelda's favorite
Yeah,
franchise.
and you know it's bad when you've never heard of it.
Yeah, especially from a Zelda person like me that just loves Zelda.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
like
heard of
Zelda.
it, which is bad. Pretty much it for Zelda. It's the only one that I really saw that like really looked like it sucked. Um, so next on the list, go ahead.
Next on this is World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
Now,
This is
let's
one we both kind of know about.
yeah. So I'm gonna start off with, first of all, why? What were they trying to do whenever they made Cataclysm? I don't know. They were they were pretty much trying to re-amp the whole World of Warcraft thing by changing completely everything. Did they do a good job? No.
No, they
No.
and other things say that Cataclysm just kicks WoW lore in the junk.
Yeah.
They kind of turned around on that. I didn't play any of the original Warcrafts, like Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, and I
Yeah.
haven't read any of the books because I don't like books, but the point is,
It sucked.
I haven't really been around a lot of the lore exposed. I mean, I haven't been exposed to a lot of the lore, should I say.
Yeah.
And as far as I know from uh, different lore reviews and stuff, um, they didn't really have a lot about Deathwing back then.
Yeah.
They had stuff with the whole Titans and old gods that kind of never really was in the game, and they kind of came out with Deathwing. He didn't really have a point. I mean, it was like they have this guy, and then now he's angry.
Yeah, pretty much.
So their only real explanation behind that was that he was having whispers from the old gods, which
Yeah.
some people watching this may not be familiar with World of Warcraft lore, but the point is they have some really bad old dudes that are kind of whispering in his ear, but magically.
Now,
And
from a person that played World of Warcraft since BC, Burning Crusade, BC, best expansion ever, in my eyes.
yeah, and then they have the Warlords of Draenor coming up, and I
Yeah,
have mixed feelings about that.
me too. But back to Cataclysm. They nerfed so many things, like paladins, for example. Completely destroyed paladins. Paladins used to be like one of the best classes ever. Not saying that they're not bad anymore. Not saying that they're bad now. I'm just saying that they messed up a lot of things about it. And if you play World of Warcraft and you play a paladin, and you never played the old paladin, you need to like delete your World of Warcraft account. You need to go make a new one and only play on Burning Crusade and see the old paladin and how OP it was and how awesome it was. It was just like the best class ever at the time.
Yeah.
And for people that love paladins now would love how they were back then too.
Yeah, and that's when I believe that's when they introduced the whole LFR thing, which so many people hate but so many people love.
Yeah.
LFR, looking for raid. I don't want to
Yeah.
I don't want to make some people feel like they're down low and not understanding this. Basically with the whole raiding thing, with raiding dungeons, they used to have it where you have to actually go to that place on the map and actually have a pre-made group or wait for somebody who was also waiting there to join your group to go in there.
Yeah, you would pretty much have to get friends together.
Yeah, so it was a much more community-oriented thing. And now basically all you have to do is click a button and this window shows up in your UI saying...
Kind of like Dungeon Finders. It's
yeah. Saying, look for raid. And it automatically assigns you in this group, and it's kind of cross-server. Uh, which is one of the downsides to what it was like before. You couldn't really go up with other people from other servers. So say you had this friend from another server, you couldn't be together without them paying $25 to move to your server. Then if you do that, then why would you want them? Why would they want to move to yours when you can move to theirs? So
Exactly.
it's a whole kind of fight of which one
Another thing,
keep it.
this is like the last thing I need to say about World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
Bipolar health system.
Yeah.
You have World of Warcraft Lich King, Wrath of the Lich King. You have 48,000 health, and you're like, oh my god, so much health. Dude, you have so much health. You have like 50,000 health. Oh god, that's awesome. Now, yeah, Cataclysm came out. Yeah, I have 100,000 health. How did you go from 30,000 health to being max to 100,000 health? It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, now Mr. of Pandaria, some
It's
of
like,
the newer tanks in the
I have a
PTR
million
literally
health
have a million health.
right now.
With some of the Death Knight spec buffs, yeah,
Yeah.
you can get a lot of health.
Yeah, I can get up to 1 million health, which is like, why do you need 1 million health? You don't need 1 million health. It just makes everything too easy, like the older stuff too easy. In 5 levels, from 80 to 85.
Yeah, there's some water running in the background, so just please ignore that, everybody. There's a lot of noise here. It's a bad time.
Your health from 5 levels goes up 50,000, and then 5 more goes up to 1 million, up to 1 million. That doesn't even make sense. I've seen warlocks with 1 million health. Why? I don't know, but that's it for World of Warcraft for me.
Yeah, we could go on a lot more rant. We can make a whole video just about that.
Yeah, we should do that actually. We could. We'll see.
We could. Okay, next. Halo, more specifically, Halo Reach.
Okay,
I haven't played a lot of that series, so you can.
Okay, Halo. First Halo, very, very good game for at the time. Halo 2 came out. I never played Halo 2, never saw any gameplay.
Yeah, last gen graphics.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Halo 3 came out. Really, really good game. I loved Halo 3, one of my favorite. Halo 3 ODST almost ruined it. It was okay. Halo Reach came out. Now, the only thing I like about Halo Reach is Forge mode. The multiplayer wasn't the best, because as soon as you got a Banshee in certain maps, you were pretty much OP. You just gotta like move around and avoid missiles and stuff, and destroy the other people's Banshee, and you can go a whole round without dying, which is like super OP. And Halo Reach, the campaign wasn't the best or my favorite out of the Halo series, but there's not much to talk about in Halo, especially Reach.
Yeah, it's kind of old.
Yeah. Then Halo 4 came out, and I heard the multiplayer in that just blows completely. So yeah, that's it for Halo. Not much.
Okay, next up, The Sims. Very old franchise and pretty stayed around for a long time. And issues reported by Mr. Arcie was that The Sims 3 sucked.
Pretty much. How else can I explain it? Now, the gameplay of it was like any other Sims game. Like, I know they had some other bad Sim games for, like, let's say Game Boy, Sims Pets, which I really like, where you don't, like, build your house and crap and move around by clicking. You just, like, move the whole thing around, move your player around, and search for stuff. I really like the Sims like that. But Sims 3, why did it suck? It sucked because every freaking time you get in the game or something, it's like, oh, do you want to buy this Halloween pack? Oh, do you want to buy this university pack? Oh, do you want to buy that? I just like playing The Sims. I do not need a university pack or anything like that. I want a normal Sims game. I do not need all that other crap for it. Just make Sims like it is and leave it that way. With Sims 3, it's like, buy this, buy that. Oh, complete your adventure by buying this.
Yeah, that could also be applied to SimCity, kind of backtracking. Why would you want to pay $20 to $30 for some kind of thing that adds a couple new buildings when you just paid $60 for a game that a lot of people didn't like? But anyways, okay, continue what you're saying.
Yeah, so pretty much what I'm trying to say is, Sims 3, stop making new packs and make a new game. Now, it doesn't even have to be Sims 3. Sims 4. It can be a Sims 7 Pets. I don't care. Just make a new Sims game that doesn't make you have ask you to buy it for a new freaking expansion every 7 seconds. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. I beg
Okay.
Sims. I love Sims.
Next,
Doing Sims.
next up, a really short one. Final Fantasy voice actors is the article I read about, saying that kind of ruined it. The article didn't go very in depth. I don't know if it meant like the voice actors that they used were bad, or the fact that they added voice into it messed it up. The article didn't go in depth, but that's just what was reported.
Here's what I think about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, for me personally, a lot of people love this game. Sorry if I offend you. Final Fantasy VII ruined it for me. Not saying that it ruined the whole freaking thing. It just ruined it for me because I'm not a big fan of the Final Fantasy games like it is, like the click to this, click to that, turn-based games.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 had a really nice storyline. If I remember, it's been a long time since I played. It had a really nice storyline. This gameplay wasn't as good as I thought it would be when I played it. So that really took away the whole Final Fantasy thing for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up, Call of Duty.
Okay. I have to say something first. A lot of people don't like Call of Duty because it's the same thing over and over again.
Classic AAA weekends. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I like Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty. How can you not like it?
Mm-hmm.
Just go joking. I like Call of Duty because I like shooting games. I like Battlefield just as much as I like Call of Duty. I just like Call of Duty a little bit more because I grew up with Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up playing Modern Warfare and all that stuff. I didn't grow up playing Battlefield. Don't know why I just didn't. I just played Call of Duty, so it went with me my whole life. I really like Call of Duty. Now, game that ruined Call of Duty completely. I will say some reasons. Black Ops 2. A lot of people will back me up for this. But Black Ops 2 completely ruined Call of Duty for me. Because everything was fake. Zombies and stuff was all fake. It was all a figment of the guy's imagination, and none of that really even happened. Now, I love zombies. One of my favorite things to do in Black Ops. And to hear that it was all fake, it just like destroyed it for me.
So you just don't like the storyline, pretty much, or
The
how that went.
storyline for Black Ops 2 sucked completely.
Well, a lot of games like that are kind of geared towards good multiplayer, and they just kind of throw in a campaign just to get you bang for buck.
But Call of Duty Ghost, for example, I have Call of Duty Ghost. Campaign was really good for a Call of Duty game. Like, it had a good storyline and it wasn't repetitive. It wasn't like any of the other Call of Duties, but it was made, by, Treyarch. And the other two, Black Ops and Black Ops 2 was made, no, Infinity War made Ghost, my bad. And Treyarch made Black Ops and Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, campaign for Ghost was really good. Multiplayer for Ghost, not so much. Don't know why, it's just how it is. So Black Ops 2 campaign, no.
Okay.
Just no.
Yeah, and just to back that up, I never actually bought the Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but I played the free, like, I think it was a week or something like that, version, just multiplayer that they had on Steam, and I really loved it. But then again, I've never really got really into first-person shooters. The only really ones that I have are like Blacklight Retribution, which
completely sucks.
we didn't include that on the list because we could have probably we could have a whole series about how bad that game sucked. But so we didn't include Blacklight Retribution on the list, and plus that wasn't really a franchise; that was just one game.
Yeah.
But I haven't really had a lot of first-person shooters, or quality ones at least. So that was pretty much the first one I really played, and it was just a demo, and it was really good. The multiplayer. Well, I say really good. I didn't have anything else to compare it to.
Yes.
So for what I was used to, which was nothing, it was good because there was nothing to compare it to. So some people may argue about how good that was.
Okay, next game, Sonic Lost World. Now, I'm gonna throw what I need to say in here, and then Monkey's gonna throw what he needs to say.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to say is, I'm not a huge fan of Sonic games like some people, but like for example, Sonic is not Sonic. Shadow the Hedgehog, my favorite Sonic style game. I just like that game because storyline was okay. It was a pretty hard game for me at the time because I was like younger and just loved the game. But with Sonic Lost World, it takes away from Sonic itself. Sonic is a platformer game, and that Sonic is not as platformy as it should be. And Sonic Lost World, what I really don't like about it, for example, again with the buying crap.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Lost World, I was watching Chimney Swifts, and it was just like, oh, if you pre-order the game, you can get this extra bonus. We're playing Sonic, not Call of Duty. We don't need a DLC pack for Sonic. Make Sonic like it needs to be, and leave Sonic alone.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that I really like about Sonic is the boss battles are fun. Now, with the boss battles in Lost World, I only saw the first one. Now, what I really hate about that one, it was too soon. Second World, literally the second world, was the first boss battle. Why is it so close to the beginning? I don't know. But it just is. It was stupid. And it really made me mad.
Okay.
Second world boss battle. Good luck.
Let's go. Okay. Excuse me. Very sorry about that, guys. We had a
Major interruption.
major interruption, and that will probably persist because, well, not persist this time, but in the long span of such instances, family don't understand many things.
Yeah.
But where we left off was Sonic, and I was about to give my opinion about the Lost Worlds. I have not played this game, and from the reviews I do not intend on playing this game.
That was correct though.
Yeah, they basically say the graphics were definitely up to par for its generation.
Yeah.
But they say it didn't really give that feel of a classic Sonic game with a very good control. Like most Sonic games, you feel like you're doing that backflip. You expect when you have to do it, and especially with a lot of games. I forgot which one I played. I really forgot what the name of it was. I don't feel like going to get the box. It was on the old GameCube, so that was one of the old ones. But you when you did the I forgot what it was called, the really fast move.
Oh, and they're talking about. Are you talking about Shadow the Hedgehog? Just
no. Whenever you just went like super fast mode, you felt like you were going fast. Obviously, you weren't in like this big chair that vibrated and rocked side to side, but you felt like from the speed of the model and from just the way things were in the game, you felt like you were going fast and you had good acceleration. And you felt like you were this awesome Sonic Hedgehog that was amazing.
Yeah.
And the reviews state that in this game, they definitely ruined the speed. They said you feel like you don't have a lot of control over your character. A lot of weird camera angles, they said. Weird. Well, they didn't say weird. They said bad boss battles that were just super easy. Stuff like that. So basically, it was overall a good looking game, but there's no point in a game looking really good, but the game plays awful.
Yeah.
So might as well be a movie. If it's gonna be like that. So next up is Pokemon. Sorry for that. That was extremely bad, but okay.
And I'm also gonna say sorry for adding Pokemon even on here because I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. One of my favorite games, second favorite game actually, franchise. But I wanted to add this on here because Mystery Dungeon wasn't my favorite. Now, the first Mystery Dungeon I played was Pokemon.
Oh, just interrupt. Sorry about that. Just
hold
up. Small reverb problems. Anyways, Arcie was talking about Pokemon and how games left an impact on this franchise.
Mystery Dungeons. First Mystery Dungeon I've ever played was Red Rescue Team. and I thought it was pretty good at the time. I was really young whenever I played it. Personally liked it at the time, but as I try to replay it with different emulators and even on the Game Boy itself, it takes away from the game too much. It's like I'm not even playing Pokemon anymore. It's not the same Pokemon that I've grew up on, and I like Pokemon, catching Pokemon, battling Pokemon, having a team of Pokemon, building up a team, taking on the Elite Four and gyms and stuff, and getting the legendaries. Lord,
Yeah, that game, the Mystery Dungeons didn't really follow the whole Pokemon storyline.
yeah,
They kind of went off on their own in the world of Pokemon.
Yeah,
not
you were a
not kind of
Pokemon.
combining humans and Pokemons.
You were a Pokemon.
There was no humans in Mystery Dungeons. You kind of turned into a human. It's a weird storyline. I used to play the Blue Rescue Team. That was one of the original ones.
Yeah, I played Red Rescue Team. He played Blue. It's kind of ironic. So with Mystery Dungeon, you were a Pokemon. I think you got to pick your favorite Pokemon, and it turns you into that Pokemon.
Well, the way it worked was it kind of pretended like it read your fingerprint, but it really didn't. You just had to answer like a question thing, and it kind of took your personality. And I don't even think it really understood what that meant. I think it kind of just randomly chose. You just kind of did that to feel good about yourself.
Like, I'm pretty sure whenever I played, I've got Charmander, and then from my teammate, I'm pretty sure I picked Squirtle. I don't remember exactly, it was a long time ago, but you pretty much got to pick your teammate out of a couple of Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there was Pikachu, there was a bunch of starters. There was like 4 or 5, maybe even 7. I don't remember exactly. I don't feel like going to check. But it really took away from Pokemon itself in the whole game. You were a Pokemon, you had to rescue other Pokemon and help them out. And that's just about it.
Yeah. From what I can remember, like as far as I got was I haven't even played Pokemon in a while. I don't remember a lot of things. I remember the whole trilogy of like Kyogre. I want to say Groundoon and the Green Sky one.
Okay, let me name them because he's retarded. There's Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza.
Okay, that was it. I wanted to say something with a T, but
it's not Ground. I remember it's not Groundoon. It's Groudon.
Groudon. Sorry. I remember the good thing about that game was the boss fights. To me, from what I can remember, I have a hazy remembrance. Felt good. I think I remember beating Groundon. And I think I might have beat Rayquaza. It was a really long time ago. But I remember I actually captured not captured, but he kind of joined to axe my whole thing. So I got him in my whole little friend zone, and it was amazing. I was so happy. And then I was like, I need Groundon. And then I just couldn't get him as the friend. And then Rayquaza, I don't think I got him.
Rayquaza, however you want to pronounce it. Rayquaza.
Boss fights really felt good, but they didn't follow the good storyline that the Pokemon shows did. Another thing I didn't like about it, the whole kind of friend zone thing. I think they did good, decent choices with categorizing stuff. Like a lot of electrical stuff had to go to that power plant for the up at the northern part of the map. It just kind of categorized weird, and I think they kind of made the things kind of expensive. Obviously, once you finally saved up enough, I think it was coins, to buy that friend zone, you felt like, yes, I finally got this, and you kind of had to choose, like, ooh, I have so many friend zones, which one should I choose? But I think they were a little bit hard to get. That was from a long time ago. And recently I got an emulator and I was playing it, but obviously it's kind of hard to get really into games if you're using an emulator. Because emulators aren't very stable.
Depending on which one you get, my voice cracked. Depending on which one you get.
The one I was using was Dolphin. It was one of the more stables of the group.
Yeah.
But
I used Dolphin.
Also, kind of along Pokemon, not that exact game, was the Pokemon Diamond and Platinum were the two I played.
Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. the trilogy
Yeah,
of those
I
games.
never played Pearl. I played Diamond Platinum.
I actually have Diamond. I'm playing through right now on my DS.
Yeah, I have the Diamond. I think I lost the Platinum.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you always lose DS things.
I don't. So never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The one thing I didn't like was once you got to the top of that mountain. I really forgot what it was called.
The Snow Mountain.
The Arceus. I don't know how to say it. The ultimate Pokemon of all of them.
Giratina.
No, that wasn't the same. There must be more. It was sort of an A. I want to say
Arceus.
Arceus. Yes. That you can only get it if you attended. Well, unless you got the action replay thing, but that kind of
that kind of sucks. And no,
you had to attend the GameStop special event to get the Azure Flute, I think it was called.
Yeah.
To actually summon him, and I remember all the time searching supercheats.com, looking for all kinds of things. Azure Flute cheat code, and none of them ever worked because they were all used. And of course, that's an old game, so GameStop doesn't have stuff like that anymore. So I think they could have. I mean, I know they kind of want exclusivity. I think that's a word for it, with GameStop to kind of make partnerships, but they could have went a different way around that, from making that one Pokemon completely unobtainable from cheating or not attending that special event. So that kind of messed it up. But other than that, it was a decent game. I don't really remember it very well.
Yeah. We'll get into Pokemon another time.
Yeah. Okay. You want to talk about the Need for Speed?
Okay. Need for Speed annual release. I never played it. Don't know much about it.
No.
He's gonna.
That the problem was that they started releasing annually.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a game. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It might be. The article said.
Oh.
That's what I got.
Okay.
The article.
So Need for Speed. I'm starting with Most Wanted. Most Wanted was the best. Was the best Need for Speed game ever. It had a really nice storyline for a racing game. If you think about it, you were racing cars, and it had a really good storyline to it. Trying to get your BMW back from the guy that sabotaged you. And I just remember running away from the cops and jumping over bridges, and how good that game was. And like beating people and getting the pink slips for the car and stealing their cars away from trying to get your BMW back. And I remember getting your BMW back and just being like, this is the best car ever. And you just like running around the city with your your BMW. It was just awesome. Now, Need for Speed Most Wanted remake. Why? Would they even name it Most Wanted?
I don't know.
I don't know. It has nothing to do with the old Most Wanted. It doesn't even have the same BMW. The free roam is so much different than the free roam in Most Wanted.
The Need for Speed I played, I got from the Origin. Like whenever I got SimCity, it makes you get the Origin thing, and so I was like, here's a free game, and let me see. Need for Speed World was the free one.
Oh yeah.
And I did completely not expect it to have free roam. I mean, I didn't really know too much about the whole Need for Speed franchise. I had seen some friends play it on the old GameCube. I didn't really know a lot about it though. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can go around this world. And then I saw other people in the world, and like actual other players in their cars, and you could race. And my mind, it felt like somebody planted a C4 in my mind and just lit it. I was like, how did they turn a Need for Speed into an MMO? Not really, but I was just really surprised to see other players in the game.
Yeah. So
without co-op or anything. So it really confused me.
I don't know, when I played the game, I had fun with it for a little while. But yeah, Need for Most Wanted remake has nothing to do with actual Most Wanted, as far as I know. The racing style is way different. It just took away from the old feel of Most Wanted. That's why I don't dislike it. Mm-hmm. That's why I dislike it. Because I think they ruined Most Wanted with that game. They shouldn't even call it Most Wanted anymore. They should call it something else, because it had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. Okay, now that we're done with talking about games that ruined franchises, that was just some of them. There's a lot of them. But I'm gonna talk about one game that I think personally
Helped
helped
franchises.
helped the franchise.
And this one,
And
on the little thing we're gonna wing it. So yeah.
this is wing it, whatever. Something that we're gonna do every time we do a podcast. We're just gonna wing this one game that helped the franchise. For me, I think personally I would go with Zelda Minish Cap. Favorite Zelda game.
Wait, are we going off the list from like only the games that ruin franchises, like the
No,
best game, or just any game?
Any game.
Okay, yeah.
For me, just so happened I love Zelda. This Zelda game got me into Zelda games. The first Zelda game I ever played. Personally, my favorite Zelda game of all time, Minish Cap. I liked it because it wasn't like the normal Zelda game. It was made by Capcom, I think. Yeah, it was made by this on my phone. Let me see. It was made by Capcom, and I just remember the game being fun and different from all the other Zelda games. You're still rescuing the princess, but you weren't trying to fight Ganondorf. You were trying to fight Venti. I forgot his name. I think his name was Venti. Trying to get all the elements together, making that sword, the Force Sword, and killing Venti in his forms and stuff. And I just remember it being such a good storyline for a Game Boy game, because a lot of Game Boy games at the time didn't have a super good storyline. So that game I think really helped the Zelda Game Boy storyline because of that, because it was so different.
Yeah.
Because now you had the Nintendo DS Zelda games like Phantom Hourglass, which wasn't a bad game, but it's pretty bad. I liked it personally a little bit, but I hate how you have to click to walk and all this other crap. It's so stupid. And Phantom Strikes, I think it's called, just completely sucked. I wouldn't say it ruined the franchise, but like Zelda's Adventure, but it wasn't a very good game. And then the new Zelda game, I just want to add this new Zelda game coming out, Link Between Worlds. I want that game. It seems pretty fun how they added Link to the Past, I think it is, into it. Or like based off of that, it's a remake pretty much. But I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So there's a lot of franchises that I really like, so I'm not gonna go into good franchise. I'm just gonna go into franchises that maybe one of the sequels helped. I actually have, I think it's 2 or 3, but first one, the Just Cause franchise, which I absolutely adored with every ounce in me. Steam tells me I have about 46 hours into the game, and I don't know how much I believe that. Like, but the point is, I have 46 hours into the game. I just love it so much because if you think about it, it's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto before. Well, it's like a Grand Theft Auto China sort of like Grand Theft Auto Panau. They didn't really call it China, but you're just like this guy, and he's just so awesome. Man.
I've never played Just Cause, so I wouldn't know anything about it.
Well, basically, it's Grand Theft Auto, but it's based in this Chinese island.
So pretty much, here's exactly how it goes.
Actually, I haven't even finished the game yet, so I couldn't.
Okay.
But I'm assuming you're gonna kill the person in the end. I'm assuming. I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know.
You're saying that Grand Theft Auto Chinese. Here's exactly what I think about that. Me and my friend were talking about that. If they ever make a Grand Theft Auto Chinese, here's exactly what happened. You're gonna walk into a ramen noodle school. You find me fried rice. I wanted the ramen noodle. Me flip the table. Me do this and me throw a rock at your window. You can't stop me. I'm the Asian. Flip table. You can't stop me. A ramen noodle. And I know that's very, very racist. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I am not racist. I love Asian people. I love their noodles.
The point is that I've never heard of Just Cause. Like before Just Cause 2, I'd never heard of Just Cause 1, nor have I seen any footage of it. I haven't really thought about looking that up.
Yeah, I never played Just Cause. I heard of Just Cause 2. I never heard of the first one. Never played it. Never saw any gameplay on it.
I saw a review of Just Cause 2 that said the first one was awesome, but the second one just completely. And it was just a really awesome game all around. And if you don't have it, go get it. And just a side note about Just Cause 2. Graphics wise, it is definitely not the best, but I don't think it was really designed to be the best. it's definitely kind of Grand Theft Auto graphics. The good thing about the graphics is it's a beautiful game, like shaders wise. Like you could have a game that is like the whole map is like the entire map's terrain is like 512 by 512 pixels, and it just the terrain looks horrible. But if it has beautiful shaders, then it looks awesome. So it has great shaders. It's used for benchmarking, but I kind of max out at 120 with the benchmarking. But the second one, I'm not gonna go into the third one because I don't feel like doing that. But the second one, franchise that a game really helped was Portal.
Oh yeah,
Portal 2 really helped.
Portal 2 was really good.
Yeah.
We don't even have to go into that one that much.
Yeah,
Portal 2 was just a really good
yeah,
game.
just a short thing about it. I kind of went in expecting it to be a story. It's kind of a story. I didn't expect it to be a puzzle kind of thing. I just expected more of a campaign.
I thought it was going to be a puzzle thing. I didn't know it was going to have a storyline at all. I thought you just completed puzzles and did crap.
Yeah, so
but no, there was a storyline, and
yeah,
it was actually a very good storyline for a puzzle game.
Yeah. I still haven't finished it. I've been having it for
I've never finished it either.
I haven't opened it a lot. Every once in a while I'll be like, yeah, let's go play some Portal, but I have a bunch of games I have to spread my time out over, and some of them I kind of favor more than others. Just Cause 2 is one of them. But anyways, that's my 2. So we'll move on to the next topic.
Okay, now we're going to talk about this last thing that I want to talk about. Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah, and I don't even know about that much. But
yeah, it just came out. It's not really.
Okay, we'll talk about that in another video then. Okay. Oculus Rift. Here's what I think about the Oculus Rift personally. I think it is a good piece of technology. Definitely not the first of its kind. There's definitely stuff before it.
It's the first reasonable priced one.
Yeah, it was first reasonable priced. Has a really cool name. Oculus Rift. It looks pretty funky to me. Big cube on your face.
Yeah. They don't really have other ways to do it though. They probably could.
Yeah. They could have made it look like binoculars. I don't care about the shape of it. It just looks cool. One of my friends has it actually. I might go to his house one day and use it. I don't know. It depends. So the Oculus Rift, if you don't know what it is, it's pretty much this thing that you put in your face, and it gives you a first-person feel of games. Like, let's say, for example, Minecraft. You can use it with Minecraft to look like you're actually in Minecraft.
Yeah, it basically has like if you ever went to the Minecraft thing and moved the little slider on the field of view all the way to Quake Pro, multiply that by about 5, and it's like that, but it doesn't look weird. It's basically as if they put you in that world. You can turn your head, and it has like a little gyroscope inside that moves the camera around, and I'm really weirdly moving my head around in my room as if y'all can see that.
I was too. I think I was just trying to crack my neck. But whatever. So yeah, I like the Oculus Rift. I think it's a really good idea. I want to see either a Elder Scrolls with it on, like Skyrim or something. Or I want to see like a Call of Duty Battlefield type game, like a shooting game.
Just a quick note about that. I've read an article, and also I pretty much agree with the article. A lot of people kind of wanted to move to consoles and have that on consoles.
Yeah.
But the from a logical and technical standpoint, that wouldn't really work. Because imagine having an extremely high-res, extremely high field of view, which is a whole lot of polygons, thing really close to you, and having to render it in 3D. Consoles just really can't handle that. Like the next gen, PS4 and Xbox One, they might be able to do it, but not
PS4,
keep a solid 60 frames per second.
I do not want to take sides in it, but I personally like PlayStation better because I grew up and played.
Okay, you can say that, but we can just keep that whole kind of rant to another.
Yeah, I just want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
I believe that the PlayStation 4 will be able to play it because, like, compared to the Xbox One's graphics are really good for a time period.
Yeah, I actually read a spec chart, and PlayStation 4 was better. But
PlayStation 4 is better. In specs, it is better. And I think that Oculus Rift might 1 to 2% chance might work on
once it's finished. It's still in developmental build, so there's still optimization to come.
Yeah, so PlayStation 4 might be able to do it. Maybe even Xbox might be able to do it. It depends on how they optimize it. So, or maybe they may even make something else for consoles like the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We'll figure out in time. So yeah. That's pretty much it for this rant podcast, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Games
So-
that ruined franchises, games that helped franchises, Oculus Rift.
So, yeah, anything else you want to add off the top of your mind?
I like tacos.
I guess that'll end it for this one. This is Arcie and Monkey here.